Dan from just outside of San Francisco in California called me up one day. He goes, Nick, I want you to build me a Kawasaki Challenger. And I want you to build the engine, transmission, paint the car white, and make it look really good. Here it is. This is the final results. And I'm making a delivery of it tomorrow. So I got one night left with it before they pick it up tomorrow morning. So you guys, tag along and let's go for a ride.
Nick's Garage is supported by Atlas Equipment and K-Tool International.
Hi, I'm Nick, and welcome to my shop. You know, I've been known to build Challengers for all my life. One of my favorite cars was always Vanishing Point, a Challenger in white with the 440. You know, it was a car chase movie. And the 70 Challenger also being my first car, my first muscle car, I got to love this car. Then seeing the movie Vanishing Point with Barry Newman, Kawasaki, I fell in love with the movie, I fell in love with the car, and then I said, you know what, I gotta build one day. And I've always loved the details on these cars, the white color, the 440 Magnum, and the way the movie was made. You know, nothing would have stopped him. He's on a couple of pills, I should say. He's breaking the law. He wouldn't stop for anything. But you know what, that's what the movie was. And of course, they had it shown all over Europe, in Australia, in Japan, down South America, and of course in Canada and the USA. And you know, knowing that I built a lot of mopeds in my life, and of course that I have one of my own, Dan from just outside of San Francisco in California called me up one day. He goes, Nick, I want you to build me a Kawasaki Challenger. I got a 70 Challenger, I'm going to ship it to you. It's a different color, and I want you to build the engine, transmission, paint the car white, and make it look really good. You know, I'm not talking about a full restoration, we're talking about a partial restoration. So we had the car brought here. If you've seen on an earlier video, the car was not running. The transmission had no hardware on the engine bay. There was a lot of little things missing. So the car, I believe, was parked since 1984 and was bought out of the state of Illinois. Then he bought it brought it to San Francisco, and ever since then, it's been sitting around. So now, last year, he had it shipped to my shop right here, and he's asked me to, Nick, build it as a Kawasaki Challenger. So, you know, when the car came in here, most of it was in pieces. The engine was thrown in the car, transmission was there, the drive shaft was there, and of course, he's asked me to go through all the details and make this car a turnkey. Yes, it was an AC car. Of course, all the original factory AC components were missing. So we got an aftermarket AC, and this car being an original AC car, we left also the original dash. And we also rebuilt the same automatic transmission that came with the car. We also built a 440 that was dropped in the car when Dan had sent it to me. And of course, we built the engine, we did a cooling system on it, and all the electronics, carburetor, air cleaner, power brakes, power steering, cooling system, and everything else. And of course, we had to add a shield grip. Didn't have a shield grip. So we did that also. And then we had to fix the brakes. We had to upgrade the brake lines. And of course, this car came with disc brakes. We had to turn one spindle to the other side because they were on the opposite ends. So we got that fixed. Then we've changed a couple of tie rods. We added a skid plate. We did the wheel alignment on it. And of course, the brakes were good, so we cleaned them up. And also installed the rim blow steering wheel that he's asked us to do. We also put back the same glass that came with the car. And of course, he had a few pieces that were wrong. There was the wrong booster. There was the wrong power steering pump, the wrong brackets. There was a lot of things that were not correct, but I corrected them all. He also had the wrong air cleaner. We supplied the correct one. Carburetor was missing. We supplied an Edelbrock 4-barrel on it. And of course, we also got the jack installed in the trunk. We put a jack, we put a handle, we put a base plate, we put a spare tire in the car. We wanted to make it also that when he drives it down the street, he's got a full-size spare tire. So if he gets a flat, he's got the jack, use it, jack it up, use the spare, and go on with your trip. And this is a very special car, you guys. You know, I've always loved the Challenger. And looking at it, it makes you think it's my car. But actually, it is not. This belongs to Dan in California. I want to give a very special thank you to Manny and Robert. They put a lot of hours into this car with me. The day when it arrived back from the body shop, you know, after we had it painted white, we had the engine built, we had the tranny. Then we started to put the dash in. The dash was out. The headliner was loose. The seats were out. We also had the carpet replaced. We reinstalled everything. We also had to replace the steering column because the steering column that came with the car was cut in half and welded. So we replaced that. Then we had a problem with the steering gearbox. We had to overhaul that one too. There was a lot of little things. You know, when a car sits around for many, many years, do you think it's gonna work? In many cases, no. But anyways, we put everything up to date. We fixed everything. And of course, a lot of the little details, I gotta give it to Manny and Robert, who helped me finish this car. You know, I just wanted to tell you guys that of the 5 cars they used in the movie, 4 of them were 4 speeds, 1 of them was automatic. So Dan told me to leave this as an automatic car with the 440, and then you know what? You'll drive it the way it is. After all, it is a beautiful car and it drives well. I did take it for a drive because I had to do the wheel alignment on it. So now that it's done, and I'm making a delivery of it tomorrow, so I got one night left with it before they pick it up tomorrow morning. We did a lot of work on it. It is a turnkey car right now. You can drive it anywhere you wish. But my job right now is to make sure my customer's happy with this car. Here it is. This is the final results. And I did the best we can. And right now, I want to take it for a ride with you viewers. So you guys, tag along and let's go for a ride. We're just going to take a short trip around the block a couple of times. Yeah, this car sure reminds me of my car because my car was automatic. My first muscle car. All right. We took care of everything, that the gauges work and all. Except for the clock. Clock, it could work one day and the other day it doesn't. But it doesn't matter, I'm going to leave the clock the way it is. To me, what most important is the tach, the speedometer, and all the gauges. And here we go. This car sure reminds me of my Challenger. Wow, so they're twins. It's nice now, it's not rainy today. It's a couple times I tried to take this car out for a ride and I was unlucky because all the time was raining. So let's go for a ride. I'm just gonna start going easy. You know, I don't want to kill the car today. The reason is because we're making delivery of it tomorrow. So we want to make sure we ship it back in running condition. You know, we've done a lot of work on this car. We did did so many little things. You know, it's all the little details that counts. You know, we had to do the harness, the plumbing, the fuel lines, cooler lines, transmission overhaul, 1 U-joint, tie rods, front end. A lot of little work, even though it was a partial restoration. But you know what? It came in pieces, and here we got it running. But it was a solid car. No sheet metal was replaced. No sheet metal whatsoever, but I did replace the rear valance. The one that came with the car was in bad shape, but it was replaced with a new one, and it's all good. And there's the prison. Any inmates? Not that I know. I mean, not that I can see any. No inmates. Sometimes, you know, when you drive by the prison or the penitentiary, you know, you want to kick it in front of the inmates and wave hello. But anyways, it's all good. They're not there today. Doesn't matter. So smooth, no rattles, no squeaks, no nothing. Brakes are good. Okay, let's take another tour around to the penitentiary. You know, I like to warm it up before I kick it. You know, just hope I don't break anything, because I want to kick it before I take delivery of this. I mean, I want to kick it before I send it back to San Francisco tomorrow. But I like to show our viewers, and I also promised Dan that I'm going to make a video on this car. And I told him I will push it. So they're coming early in the morning to pick it up, to hit it, send it back home. So it's going to be fun. You know, we had to do the alignment twice on this car. We finally got it correct. Then we had to replace the steering box, steering column. The funny part is, when this car came in, Dan mentioned to me that, man, replace that steering column because it's all butchered up. But we took care of it. Let me just kick it down again. There we go. I gotta kick it a few times to warm it up. Here, let me just take it one more time. Sometimes you got to be careful, even though you're in an industrial park area. You know, it's after 6 o'clock, everybody's gone home, but you know, you see the individuals walking around, or some guys working overtime, so you got to be careful. And if I'm sure, I don't think this car is plated. So anyways, let's just keep it beyond ourselves. Just that's more like it. Yeah, sure brings back memories with my car, let me tell you. Okay, let's go back. And I also wanted to say that we built this engine with exhaust manifolds, no headers in mind. After all, you just wanted a simple Kawasaki replica, and this is what we built them. And sometimes you can't tell the difference between this car and my car. Got into first gear. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's do it again. I'm just gonna leave it in drive. And you know, I have to tell you guys, when it comes to automatic transmissions on these cars, you got the best shifter in the world. It's called a slapstick. For example, you put it in first gear, you just hit it, you hit it as hard as you want, it jams into second. Then when you hit it again, it jams into drive. And then when you hit it again, it will not go into neutral until you push that button, and there you have it. Okay, here we go. You don't want to break anything, but you know what? They are taking delivery of this car tomorrow. Let's just make sure we don't break anything. Even though I've not driven my car this year, it sure brings me back memories, let me tell you. Automatic or 4-speed, no difference. Just love it. And this being a slapstick, the ultimate automatic shifter. On the 4-speed, you got the pitch grip. Over here, we got the 3-speed slapstick, which is awesome. Let me see if it stumbles anymore. I'm gonna try it one more time. Like I told you guys, this is a simple 440 build with a little bit less compression because of the less octane fuel that Dan has in California, just on the outskirts of San Francisco, and it still runs well. You know what's cool? I can't believe there's a twin that came out of my shop. My dream car, and here we have a second one. I just can't believe I built another one. And you guys, here's the icing on the cake. One I get to keep, and one I send it down to San Francisco to Dan. And you guys, this is what I'm all about challengers. This is the one I bought in Thunder Bay, Ontario 4 or 5 years ago. I built it in 11 months. I built it from scratch. It was a full restoration. Yes, this is a U-Code 4-speed car. Built it here. The only thing I did not do was the paint job. But besides that, it's all there. I finally got the correct interior. It is a 4-speed car, a U-Code, and I enjoy it. And then again, I got Dad's car, all the way from just outside of San Francisco. You wanted to stay automatic? You came for a partial restoration, it's done, it's ready for delivery tomorrow, and it's another fun drive. And of course, this is a twin. And of course, I mix them up sometimes, which is mine. And of course, back in 2015, when the Hellcats came out, I ordered my Hellcat in white, just like Kowalski. And there you guys have it. Challengers, yes, tonight it's all about Challengers. And of course, Vanishing Point, Barry Newman. And I want to tell you folks and all the viewers, I want to thank everybody for watching us here on our channel. And don't forget to guys, subscribe and press the like button. And thank you for watching us here on Nick's Garage. And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.